If you guys are looking for a ton of free packs, I want to go over something that is going to be super rewarding, and some of you may have already started grinding this, but for those of you that have not, we're going to go over everything in this video. And there will be all different types of packs, including a bunch of deluxe and premier packs, so I think this will help you a lot with trying to complete that Legends and Flashback collection dropping on September 12th, or if you want to pick up maybe the best card in the game that just dropped, and that is Chase Pack, which is kind of annoying, I know, but Chipper Jones, he's an absolute monster. It's going to help you work your way towards those cards. And as I record this, it is triple XP and double PXP, making this grind that much better. And without this, it's already probably the most rewarding grind in the game. The rest of the year, though, we likely will see a lot more double XP and PXP days, as well as SDS tries to keep more people on the game. So the pack method I want to go over is in the Run It Back mini season, and what's nice about this mini season is if you haven't gotten all of the rewards from any of the previous mini seasons, you can play this one and get some older mini season rewards in the Player Rewind packs. And these are going to be super helpful for any Legends and Flashback collections or any other collections that you're going after. And one other thing to note with this mini season is you can use any players in Diamond Dynasty, and you're going against CPU teams of common and bronze players only. And because we can use any players in this mini season, for me, I think the rest of the year, I'm just going to use it as a mode I grind whenever new programs come out and I need to get missions done, just because it's going to be so rewarding. Now, jumping into the actual goals for this mini season, couple things that stood out to me is in the PXP goal, the tally 2000 PXP with any players. Basically, you can earn either a Rewind player pack, right? Or it says you can choose between that or a deluxe choice pack. Now, this goal is also repeatable, and considering the majority of the time it seems like it's double PXP, you should be able to fly through this one and be getting that deluxe choice pack after pretty much every single game that you play. Now, also for winning the championship, if you have the previous mini-season player rewards, instead of the Rewind pack, you can choose actually an Ultra Choice Pack, which is something we really have not been able to grind for in any way before this. So if you decide to grind this mini season, I would definitely play through the whole thing, win the championship, and pick up this Ultra Choice Pack. Otherwise, for all of the other rewards, there essentially are repeatable goals for just tallying really any stats with your players, and in some instances, premier packs, like the 100 hits there for a premier pack, 65 home runs, repeatable with any players for another premier pack, and you can just keep doing it over and over and over again. And then a couple others that stood out. 70 RBIs for 5 ballin' packs is pretty good and going to be pretty easy if you follow this method. You're going to be racking up RBIs very, very quickly. Also, 27 strikeouts gets you 3 headliner packs. Now, keep in mind that the players you're going to be going against are all common and bronze players, so tallying all these stats, but especially like this strikeouts one, you're going to be striking out essentially every batter you go against, will be incredibly easy to do. And something like 100 total bases, if you're playing at a tiny custom stadium, that's going to be a breeze, and that gets you a deluxe pack. And even like stolen bases, 25 stolen bases get you 3 headliner packs. So just a ton of value in here. 20 RBIs with any players. Each time you do that, a headliner pack, you get 80 RBIs, very doable. That's 4 headliner packs. So just scroll through these, make sure you get familiar with all the goals, make sure you know what you have to do, and it's going to be incredibly rewarding. Now, when you're playing through your games, I would make sure, of all the games that you're playing, like make sure 90% of the ones you play are home games, so you are able to choose a custom stadium to play at. And if you choose a tiny custom stadium to play at right here, you will be able to fly through your goals and be racking up a ton of packs literally as many times as you want. And you can even try this on some very, very cheesy custom stadiums like I'm showing you here, which might not make the grind super enjoyable necessarily, but it will be even more rewarding than some of your other custom stadiums. So like I said before, I think it's a super good idea to grind this mini season and play your games at custom stadiums when new programs drop and when you want to get those programs done quickly while also being rewarded really well for completing all of the repeatable goals that have all of these packs. And even when you want to grind, towards any crazy, let's say, good new cards or collection rewards that drop, getting all of these packs and stubs from this is a good idea to help you out and get those new cards. So yeah, definitely take advantage of it and help yourself pick up the best cards in the game, because this will likely be, I think, the most rewarding thing to grind that we get the rest of MLB 25. But that's really it, and that's all I wanted to go over in this one. A super rewarding grind for all of you that are interested. Definitely stack up those packs, get some of the best cards in the game, finish all your collections that you want. But thank you guys for watching this one. We'll see you next time. Peace.